Hey everybody, it's the Review Revolution, back at you again with the next in the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Modok series. And this time, we're looking at Captain Marvel. And no, it's not Captain Marvel, the Shazam Captain Marvel. This is Marvel's Captain Marvel. Yeah, I know. Kind of makes your head spin. I don't know, not a character I know a lot about, not a character I was ever really all that interested in. For the most part, actually, I always got Captain Marvel and Nova mixed up. So it's one of the things where, that goes to show you how much I actually followed those two characters when, I really couldn't tell them apart in their own stories. Looking at the pack, we can see there is the Captain Marvel figure with the Modok piece, which, there it is right there. Collect all six Modok series figures and build your own Modok. Alright, contains control panel of Modok. On the back, we've got the other figures in the wave. Beta Ray Bill we've already done. Captain Marvel we're doing now. Now I understand his variant is actually pretty rare and actually pretty nice. I guess a good time to point out that almost all the figures in the wave have variants. There is the Captain Marvel, the Moon Knight, the Thor Buster, Iron Man. Wasp has two different variants, and of course Spider-Woman has the Julia Carpenter. The only one who doesn't is Beta Ray Bill, which makes sense. I can't imagine there being a variant on him. But what that means is there could come a time when we will see another review of the Modok series based solely on the variants, which would be kind of cool. I'd like that. We'll see. On the back, we've got a picture of him with his stats. As usual, just pause as necessary. On his write-up, it says, originally sent to Earth as a spy for the alien Kree Empire, Mar-Vell discovered that the Kree Supreme Intelligence conspired to enslave the human race and claim the planet for their own. With Earth now his home, he rebelled against his insidious masters to fight for the world that had welcomed him. Possessed of a cosmic awareness and virtual limitless might, Mar-Vell took the name Captain Marvel and uses his powerful negabands to champion the cause of right. So it sounds like he's kind of a cross between Nova with the powerful armor and Silver Surfer who rebelled against his master. At least that's the way it sounds. But for the moment, we'll take a moment. We'll get Mar-Vell out of his box and have some fun. So be right back. Alright, we've got Captain Marvel open and out of the box. And, I'm definitely warming to the character. I don't think he's the best character in the wave. So far, I think he's probably one of the weakest. But I am starting to warm to him. He's not quite as boring as I thought he would be. One thing I have to say is that I really do like the way the face on the sculpt turned out. The paint application is just right. There's not too much, not too little. It has actually some highlights in it, or I guess some shade put in it for some warmth on the skin. The paint in the eyes is very nice. And the sculpt on the hair with the highlights, again, really, really good. Got the little cleft in his chin. So the face on the figure does a great job making up for the fact that the rest of the figure is just kind of a male body figure. Nothing unique. His colors, as I was pointing out, good warm skin color. Got the light brown, the sandy brown highlights. Unlike the comic book, he's got a darker blue and red. So they go together. They're not as vibrant as they are in the comic, but they still go together fairly well. His bands, his negabands, there's a little paint application on the top. It's not, painted all the way through. It's basically a surface coat. And there is one little paint application up here on his shoulder. One thing that I hope is not going to be the case for all these figures is he has the peg hole in the back for like a flight base, but just like Beta Ray Bill, he doesn't come with a flight base. So, well, where are all these flight bases supposed to come from? I don't know. In the way of his articulation, the head, if you can hear that, it's a very, very tight joint on the head. He has kind of the shoulder crunch movement. The arms do come up, turn, twist the bicep, double joint on the elbow, and twist at the glove. There's a hinge on the wrist, and on his right hand he's got kind of this open hand, which, maybe have him shielding his eyes from looking at the sun or something. Alright, that's on the left hand. On the right hand, it actually curls into kind of a fist. The thumb sticks out a bit too much, but it's pretty much a fist. He does have his crunch. Twist at the waist. Legs do come out. Come out. Out again. Twist. Double joint at the knee, the boot, and the ankle. Let's get back in pose. Oh, and he's got the articulation at his toe. Now he does have a bit of a difficulty standing. I kind of have to work with him on his standing, and you can see that the crunch is pretty loose, so it does cause him to kind of lean forward a bit, and he's got a bit of a hunch. It's not terrible, not something you really notice much from the front, so on display it's not a big deal, but I'm sure that if you handled the figure a lot, it would eventually get to be bad. As I mentioned on the comic, this is the Captain Marvel number 25, which was only 20 cents at the time. Oh, the days. The Toy Biz card that comes with the figure. This doesn't have the Modok assembly instructions. Instead, it has kind of a diorama space scene, which, okay. He comes with the control panel of Modok, which I won't put together now, but we'll see him completed hopefully not too long from now. But for right now, this has been the Review Revolution, saying thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.